Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer on the massive Philips CPAP machine recall. Look, if you or a loved one rely on a CPAP, BiPAP, or ventilator device, you already know how absolutely crucial they are for a good, safe night's sleep. But you've also probably noticed this whole space has been totally turned upside down over the last few years. Today, we're cutting through all that noise. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know, and more importantly, what you literally need to do right now as of August 2026. Let's get you breathing a little easier, all right? So here's our roadmap for today. We'll do a quick look back at the original 2021 foam recall, figure out how to check if your specific machine is affected, go over the symptoms you really need to watch for, map out how to get a replacement today, and wrap up with your immediate next steps.
All right, let's jump right into it and look at how this whole situation actually started.
Picture this. It's June 2021, and millions of Philips Respironics devices are suddenly flagged. It was a massive shockwave in the medical device world. The magic date you got to keep in your head here is April 26, 2021. If a machine was manufactured before that date, it's the primary focus of this whole thing. Now, fast forward to today, 2026. While Philips has replaced or fixed most of the devices that were properly registered back then, the landscape is completely shifted. If your case is unregistered or somehow got stuck in limbo, you can't just rely on an automated system anymore. It's all hands-on manual processing now.
But what exactly went wrong in the first place? Well, the danger centers around this stuff called PE-PUR foam. Basically, it's a sound-dampening foam tucked inside the machines to keep them nice and quiet while you sleep. Makes sense, right? But the data shows this foam can actually break down. Things like everyday heat, high humidity, or even using those unapproved ozone or UV cleaning devices, they can seriously speed up that breakdown. And when it degrades, it can release these toxic black particles or chemical fumes right into the machine's airway, which means right into your airway. It's an incredibly serious flaw.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question. Is the machine sitting on your nightstand actually one of the dangerous ones? If you're using a first-generation DreamStation, a DreamStation Go, a System 1, or a Dorma series device that was made before that April 26, 2021 cutoff, your device line is officially on the recall list. Some BiPAP and ventilator models are tangled up in this too. But, and this is a really big but, coverage can still vary by your exact unit. You can't just glance at the word DreamStation on the front and assume you know your status for sure. You gotta dig a little deeper.
Seriously, do not rely on the cardboard box it came in or your memory of when you bought it. The recall status is tied to one thing and one thing only, the exact serial number on your specific unit. You literally need to physically pick up your machine, flip it over, find the printed model name and serial number on the bottom or back, and compare that exact string of numbers directly against Philips' official current recall list.
Now, a super common anxiety we hear, and hey, it is completely understandable, is from folks asking, wait, I've been using this recalled machine for months, maybe years, before even realizing it. Should I be panicking right now? It is a terrifying thought to realize something meant to help you might have been harming you.
So let's address that head on. Here are the specific physical signs you actually need to be watching out for. Based on official reports, folks exposed to this degrading foam have flagged a specific cluster of symptoms. We're talking unexplained coughing, throat or airway irritation, persistent headaches, sudden dealing with sinus problems, and in some cases much more serious respiratory issues. Now, whether these symptoms are connected to the foam really depends on your personal health history and how long you've been using the device. But listen to me. If you've noticed any new or unusual symptoms like this since using your Philips device, it is absolutely crucial that you speak up and tell your doctor.
And as if the foam wasn't enough, our sources point out a couple of other totally separate issues you need to keep on your radar. First up, mask recalls involving magnets. Some CPAP masks use these magnetic clips that can actually dangerously interfere with medical implants like pacemakers. Scary stuff. Second, there have been separate software and thermal issues. Even if you already got a replacement DreamStation, a smaller, completely unrelated recall hit some of those units because of a programming error. So you've really got to make sure your entire setup, the machine and the mask, is fully in the clear.
Okay, so let's say you're affected. How do you actually get a safe replacement today, now that we're in 2026?
Well, here's the most vital operational update for you. That automated online U.S. patient registration portal that Philips was promoting everywhere a few years ago, it is officially and completely closed. The formal registration deadline is gone, so if you're just discovering this recall today, or if you kind of just assumed your machine was waiting in some digital queue somewhere, you can no longer rely on that portal.
Because that portal is shut down, if your device was never registered or your case is mysteriously still open and unresolved, you have to contact them directly. Everything is manual now. You need to email them at cpaprecallclosure@philips.com or call them on the phone at 877-907-7508. And here's a massive pro tip from the source material: keep rigorous records. Save every single email, write down every case number, and keep every shipping tracking number. Document the whole shebang.
All right, let's wrap this up and turn this daunting process into a simple, stress-free action plan for you.
If you need to, just pause this explainer right here, because this is your definitive checklist. Step 1. Physically find that serial number on your device. Step 2. Compare it directly to the official Philips list. Step 3, and this one's huge, ask your doctor if you should even keep using the device while you wait for a replacement. Step 4. Contact your DME provider or Philips directly. And Step 5. Save absolutely all of your correspondence. Sticking to these 5 steps is going to make sure you don't fall through the cracks. And remember, you do not have to navigate this maze alone. If you can't find your label or the paperwork is just overwhelming, your DME, your durable medical equipment provider, can often do the heavy lifting and follow up for you. There are also services out there like cpapRX that can actually check your device's status for you, walk you through your prescription options, and advocate on your behalf. You can book an online consultation with them or just call them up at 833-216-2727 to talk it through with a real human being.
Now, before we go, I need to make one thing crystal clear. This explainer is strictly for informational purposes to help you make sense of the data out there. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. We want to empower you with the facts, but your doctor's personal assessment of your unique health history, your sleep apnea, and your specific risks, that is what truly matters most.
I want to leave you with this final, crucial thought from our sources. Recall status and personal symptoms are two completely separate things. Even if you think your specific machine is safe and not on the list, if you are experiencing new coughing, irritation, or weird changes in your breathing, those are absolutely worth reporting. So, I have to ask, if you've noticed any changes in your health since starting your therapy, what is stopping you from picking up the phone and calling your doctor today? Please, don't wait on this. Take control of your health, check your machine, and make sure your sleep is as safe as it is restful. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.